When we really start to understand the subconscious mind and how much power the subconscious mind holds in our daily life? Well, it's not when things are going well. It's actually when unpreferred things start happening to us over and over and over again. You know what I mean? When we start to hit walls in our growth, walls in our development, our goals, our relationships. Though these experiences can be unpleasant while we're experiencing them, the pattern that we see in our 3D world, these unpreferred circumstances, is actually what allows us to make that connection to the subconscious mind. To understand that something is actually going on in the background here. There's some pattern that I need to figure out. It's what allows us to have that aha moment and understand that if we are in abusive relationships again and again, if we're always passed over for every opportunity again and again, and if things never seem to go our way, there's only one common denominator in all these situations. And well, the common denominator is you. It's not the you that you think that you are. It's something much deeper. And that's when we start to truly understand how our subconscious programming is affecting every aspect of our lives. Now, when you first come to understand it, you start to see life completely differently. It's almost magical. So many questions that you might have get answered. You feel like all of a sudden you're empowered, that you understand that yes, there's these patterns in the subconscious, and this is what's creating my circumstances. And if I just fix these circumstances and fix the subconscious mind, then everything in my world is going to show up completely differently. And it's true. Now, when we make that realization, it can happen super quickly. But then something peculiar happens. Many people fall back asleep after even making that realization that the subconscious mind has that much power. Even after figuring out that they are creating all the circumstances through their subconscious, they will fall back into a victimization, a self-victimization. Now, you don't need to feel bad about this if this has happened to you. This is very common. But what I want to show you here is that there are many layers to the subconscious, and it's normal to feel that victimized feeling pop up back again from time to time. That's the feeling that's going to make you doubt. That's the thing that's going to take away your hope. That's what's going to take away your faith in your end result, the faith in the vision that you're creating for your life. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's actually a big part of getting to the other side and installing those new programs in your subconscious mind, installing those new beliefs, and therefore allowing you to experience a new life. Now, in general, the bigger the attempted shift from the self-concept that you have right now, that is the bigger changes that are going to be written into the subconscious mind. And this is usually followed by bigger phases of doubt. And we tend to get trapped in the stage of the middle or experience the opposite of what we're intending for longer. So if things are not happening for you overnight, don't be dissuaded and don't be discouraged. It just means that you're trying to make a much bigger shift in your self-concept and in your subconscious mind. This is normal and it's okay, and these feelings of doubt or these feelings of the middle, they are going to pass. Now, to really understand why it's not your fault if it can take some time for your subconscious mind and patterns to shift, and why you can't just unknow in one moment what you've learned over a lifetime, I want to give you a great example, and I want to dissect a very interesting point that Sadhguru made about language. He said, language is just a conspiracy between two people. You make a sound and I will interpret a meaning, and I will make a sound and you will interpret a meaning. And this conspiracy between the two of us is what we call language. And why I want to dissect the example of language and make that connection to subconscious mind is because you will so easily understand how once we perceive something a specific way, once a pattern is ingrained into our subconscious, it will seem like it is the only reality. So let's do a little experiment together. Even as you are listening to my voice right now, can you hear the sounds and not interpret the meaning? After all the syllables you are hearing right now that are strung together are essentially meaningless. It is you who puts the meaning on the sounds. It is you who calls them words. It is you who has a subconscious dictionary far below your awareness that houses all the meanings to everything that I'm saying right now. And the crazy part about this subconscious programming of language is that all of this meaning right now was created in your childhood. And now when you hear me speak, it feels completely natural. As a matter of fact, it would be very difficult for you to understand anything different than the meaning attached to these sounds. So I ask you now, try in this instant to uncouple the meaning of the words that you're hearing from their sounds. Can you? I'm guessing it feels like an impossible task. Or try to look at a page of a book and see only shapes and not see the letters. Or even see the letters but not the words. Or then see the words and not their meaning. Do you see how many layers deep this can go? And this is exactly how deep our programming of reality can go within the subconscious mind on any topic that you can think of. Now, why am I bringing all of this up? Because when you understand that, when you start to understand how powerful subconscious programming is and how real something that is ingrained in the subconscious can feel, it will feel like the only true reality. It will feel like the words that are coming out of my mouth can only mean one thing. But actually, they are just sounds. And actually, they have no meaning without your interpretation. I want you to consider that the things that seem so real in your life right now, the things that seem like true limitations and true impossibilities, the perception that you have about who you are and what you can do and how the world works from a physical, mental, or material perspective, that actually all of these things are confined by a program in your subconscious mind. And everything that you believe to be a fact is nothing more than one of infinite possible realities for you in your life right now, once you start to truly understand the power of your subconscious mind.